make sure what I already talked about then.
Why? You're afraid of repeating yourself as diminishing your value?
Got to turn off the central vac.
Yeah, it's a little loud. Give it a few seconds. It's all B-roll at this moment in time.
Yeah. There we go. No, I'm not afraid of repeating myself. I swear we haven't had that many.
And it's a light. It's a light PVR.
Still 4.2.
Well, so welcome back. Work names in progress. I'm thinking JD's Chum Bucket for when I release it. It'll be under Chumming with the Spirits, but since I'm the only one here in the flesh, the others are in spirit.
JD, Larry. This
G.
What did I say?
JD.
Larry and OG. This Pabst for you. And the next one too.
All 96 calories.
Drifting in eternity.
That means it's good for my diet.
I'll be honest, this has been very refreshing.
Yeah. I'd think if I'm a new beer. Well, if I can find it around here. Where did you find it?
Finley. It was in the Kroger.
Kroger. I checked Greenville Kroger. They didn't have it.
I almost missed it. It's the box. I looked, I could find the PBR and I'm like, that's just weird because they didn't have any tall boys. And I was like, because that was the other thing. I was going to either get pounders or tall boys.
Yeah.
And then have them. I'm like, damn. And then I'm like, look back again. And I'm like, oh, wait a minute. That's light. And then I looked at the picture. I was like, oh, shit, that's it. I was like, I almost missed it. But yeah, they had only 12 packs.
Yeah, they just released this. Oh, I didn't even notice the little strip there. Yeah. That was fast. Yeah. They just released this a couple weeks ago. So I'm looking for it. And I think I like it.
It's right perfect in that koozie.
And that's a beautiful koozie.
You should get one for yourself.
I should.
You know a guy? You know a guy?
Yeah, I know a guy. He can get me one. Actually, I can't get any of those style right now.
I was just realizing I need to get a Sharpie and I need you to put your signature on that. So when I'm taking it, they know it's even more official. Did you bring a Sharpie?
I don't think I have one in my bag, but I can check. Sometimes I have one. I do use them for work. So look, I clock in just like everybody else.
Oh,
we just did a whole hour and then recorded now. When I first started doing the method camp stuff,
doing the meth.
Method camp.
Oh, method camp.
I know I'm missing 2 teeth, but that ain't from drugs. Okay. If you want, I got stories about that too, but that's a whole other thing.
That was the 60s.
Dude, you're older than me. Anyway. So I started doing this, this character, and he's the owner of the company now, but at the time he was like a manager or whatever. And he's very kind of no nonsense. And his kids work there too. Well, his kids were following me on TikTok and they were watching my method camp videos, and come to find out he had watched them too. And if you really want the link, I can send you the links for just the comedy videos on YouTube. But a lot of the characters that are in the Methodverse are people that I work with.
Oh,
But I did like most of the people that are mentioned asked to be a character. Like,
oh, okay. So they gave you permission.
Yeah, they were like, hey, I would like to be except for one guy. And after he found out that I'd made a character for him, he wasn't happy. So that character just showed up one time. And yeah, sorry, Tommy.
He got ate by a cougar.
No, it was never explained what happened to him.
They just vanished like the wind.
Yeah, like the one kid on the Brady Bunch.
Oh, yeah. The child or whatever. Yeah. Showed up for like 3 episodes and then what? I don't know what you're talking about.
Right. Just pretend like that never happened. Yeah. But guys would be like, hey, make a character for me. I had one guy, after he started listening to it, he only worked there for a few months, but he goes, oh, I want a character. Like, okay. He comes in the next day and he's made up this whole backstory for himself, like making him basically like a superhero. And the other guy that worked with us, he's like, dude, you don't understand. That's not how this works.
Yeah.
He's like, you're going to get a character, but you may not like where it goes. Yeah, that was Robbie Rockenhorse. You probably haven't heard that one yet.
No, I have not heard that one yet.
Yeah.
Like I said, somebody kind of moved him off of the channel and I'm still trying to look for him.
No, I don't think that one was on TikTok. It was a very long video. I'll send you a link. But yeah. Actually, that was the Dirtbag Dylan episode, so
I'll have to double check.
It might be on TikTok. See, when I do my videos, I don't like cuts. I don't know if you've noticed that. So my comedy videos, it's all stream of consciousness, but sometimes those videos, it'll take 30, 35 takes.
Yeah,
because
we take breaks and we rarely shoot.
well, my problem is with the comedy, with the Method Camp character, I want it to seem natural. Like, this is who this guy is.
They just vanished like the wind.
Yeah, like the one kid on the Brady Bunch.
Oh, yeah. The child or whatever. Yeah. Showed up for like 3 episodes and then what? I don't know what you're talking about.
Right. Just pretend like that never happened. Yeah. But guys would be like, hey, make a character for me. I had one guy, after he started listening to it, he only worked there for a few months, but he goes, oh, I want a character. Like, okay. He comes in the next day and he's made up this whole backstory for himself, like making him basically like a superhero. And the other guy that worked with us, he's like, dude, you don't understand. That's not how this works.
Yeah.
He's like, you're going to get a character, but you may not like where it goes. Yeah, that was Robbie Rockenhorse. You probably haven't heard that one yet.
No, I have not heard that one yet.
Yeah.
Like I said, somebody kind of moved him off of the channel and I'm still trying to look for him.
No, I don't think that one was on TikTok. It was a very long video. I'll send you a link. But yeah. Actually, that was the Dirtbag Dylan episode, so
I'll have to double check.
It might be on TikTok. See, when I do my videos, I don't like cuts. I don't know if you've noticed that. So my comedy videos, it's all stream of consciousness, but sometimes those videos, it'll take 30, 35 takes.
Yeah,
because
we take breaks and we rarely shoot.
well, my problem is with the comedy, with the Method Camp character, I want it to seem natural. Like, this is who this guy is. So he wouldn't need takes. He's telling stories that are true to him. So he wouldn't need to cut the video.
Yeah.
He wouldn't laugh at it because it's, so there's times where I'm making this crap up and I make myself laugh and I got to start over. and I don't have a script.
So hopefully you remembered what you said.
Or there's a lot of times that, like, I'll look back through my takes and be like, man, that joke worked so good over here, but I forgot to say it in the final cut. But it is what it is, And that's the one thing with my videos. The very first Method Camp video I did, it's like 40 minutes long. And it was the very first one I ever did. And there's 2 cuts in it. So for 40 minutes.
You just talked straight.
I was Method Camp for 40 minutes. And the one cut was I started laughing. So I cut that little part out. And the other cut was I actually got a phone call. So
you just answered it as Chum.
I don't remember who it was from, but
they may not appreciate that.
Right. Because what I used to do is I would just put my phone up in my truck in the holder, press record, and just start talking. And I came up with basically the entire basis of John Cougar Hunter Method Camp on that drive to watch my daughter play softball.
I mean, I definitely, and Larry, Parachum, we've talked about that. Like, that was something that was like, it just like he's like in the room with you. We know he's on the Zoom or whatever you're using. The fact that you purposely do that to make sure it sounds great and does. And like I said, most of the stuff I watch from you, like I try to catch your lives. I watch all your short format. That's kind of easy, but I prefer, like I said, your YouTubes where they're longer format and go. And I mean, because you do such a good job of letting them talk. We don't. We're getting better. We've learned.
I think honestly, with your guys' format though, it's easy for me because it's just me.
Yes. Yeah. You don't have 2 other people that want
right.
This it's going to show up. So we did an interview with Carter, the author of Bigfoot. I maybe got 2 words in, and after we ended it, and they're like, "Well, you really didn't talk that much." I'm like, "I didn't have a lot of chance." You guys were. Oh, she's like, "Oh, were you tired?" I'm like, "No, your guys were all over it." I was like, "I didn't have time." I mean, he was a great guy, but yet we are working on trying to get that. Just like we're having conversations. And that's why we realized in person works better because you can get clues off of people. If you're if they're getting upset by over talking them, or, if you don't mean to, versus sometimes a second delay depending on how far away. So we're working on that stuff. But we also want them to feel like it's not an interview. It's not, oh, I got to be this persona per se. We want people to be natural, and
right.
The chumming with the beers generally helps. Because I mean, like, a lot of people don't realize, like, talking about this it's like trauma bonding. They've had a traumatic experience, and it affects everybody slightly different. And most people are just wanting a little bit of validation that they're not crazy. And to hear somebody else say something that is close to what they've had is, I mean. And that's what I get out of what I'm doing. We get to talk to people, and how it was so nice talking with you and this and that. And some people have just come up and tell stories. They don't want to be reported.
Yeah.
They just want to let us know, hey, this is what we had, and this is where it was at. And so those are some of the neat things to me from the podcasting standpoint. But I do notice the more we record and we make mistakes and we all this, watching other people and go, holy cow, they put a lot of work into it. So I want to make sure that, like, as we're talking about this, because we joke about it. I'm more of the tech guy. I'm the one that sets up the hardware. Parachum's the one that does all the editing, splicing. He's doing the sounds. We got a little placard. You mentioned it. I'm like, dude, that was $9.99. I'm gonna buy that. So he plaques it, so we get this sync.
It does sync the audio and video. A lot of people don't know that. That's why they do that in the film industry. It's
if you're just audio only, you don't have to worry about it.
Right.
And whatever reason, our little niche happens to be YouTube. We're getting pretty close to we're on the verge of 8K right now. Wow. Yeah, we're hoping by the time if we keep at the course we're going and getting people, we're hoping about 10K by the end of the year, or maybe even by Bigfoot, the Ohio Bigfoot Chamber.
It'd be awesome.
It would be awesome. It's not 11K, but it's close. You know.
But 11K on TikTok is different than 11K on YouTube. It is so much harder to get subscribers on YouTube.
That's what
I think.
I don't know why we're that high on YouTube.
I mean,
no, I get it. Like we skyrocketed to like 2,300 on, like we went from 500 on TikTok to just under 3,000, and now we gain like 1, 2, 3, and I'm like, but you know, YouTube, it something about our conversations that we have. Like I said, your format, Matt's format, Drunken Cryptids. Trying to think who else. There's a couple other podcasts. It's almost like everybody has a little niche. And if we could figure out how do I take your niche and kind of apply it to us for TikTok, then how do we take whatever our niche is and click that over? And that's why I'm kind of hoping on this one. This is cross-platform. This is going to be on Chumming with the Spirits. Probably be named like JD's Chum Bucket. You'll eventually put this up somewhere.
it'll be off the rails.
And we've actually talked with Matt, and I haven't talked to you about it, but I'd like at some point maybe have you do a drunken cryptid, do a Chumming with the Spirit episode for us that we'll post up so we can put your link. So it'd be, you would take one of our subjects or whatever you want, do a 35 to 45 minute of just you, and it could be just all John Cougar, nothing camp. 45 minutes minimum, and you know that's our episode of, like, you know, we may splice in at the end or at the beginning going, hey, this is who this is, and this is what he is helping us out, because we probably got too drunk and ruined about 5 episodes filming. Like Matt talked to me, like I think we're gonna try to do one for him since he's got the big move and all that going on. I'd like to see that on a lot of people that we've collabed with to just try to get that cross. Like you cannot tell me people that are watching me, OG, and Parachum having drinks, talking about the Blair Witch, talking about paranormal experiences. Our formats they're not identical.
No.
But they're pretty close, you know, because we cut it up. We like to have a good time, try to make people comfortable. So I just feel like our audience that has been so kind to us and has been following us on YouTube, I just think we just got to point them in your direction, and
I'd appreciate that.
any day. Like when we've talked about this, we really need to be doing this way more often. Maybe not this format, but like all of us, because, you know.
Man, have you heard the Chumming with the Spirits podcast? I mean, these guys are so half-assed, always getting drunk and even passing out on camera, talking about fake things. I mean, who even believes in Bigfoot? One of them believes everything they see on TikTok, and the other one can't stop talking about how bad his wife's meatloaf is. I mean, why would anybody watch them? Jesus.
Ever since the first time that we had you on, you're giving Beartown shit right off the bat. I mean, the only thing that would have made it better had you just been sitting with us.
Yeah.
Because it just flows fairly easy. And that's, you know, we did Drunken Cryptid with Matt. We did the spooky coffee in the morning with me. And unfortunately, OG had already taken off, but we went and did that. And that's what I'm really enjoying, meeting everybody.
I think my problem is when I get in this group setting, like, I love the paranormal. You know, I've had my own experiences. I talk to tons of people. I feel like nobody's an expert. Nobody's an expert in this stuff. And I don't consider myself even high level, but I can hold my own in a conversation when we talk about the paranormal, cryptids or UFOs, things like that. I think my comedy kind of holds me back sometimes. Really do. Because it's my default setting.
To make fun of things?
Yeah. Like you might lose your leg right now, And after I make sure you're stable, I'm going to make fun of you.
You know, that's going to leave a mark. Or,
Right.
oh, he's up there.
It's like, I'm going to change your name in my phone to Eileen.
Yeah.
You know?
We're going Bigfoot hunting now. I can outrun you.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
No, and that's where kind of like me and Matt kind of clicked, because he gives me shit because I'm Navy, but he's Army. You know, and when we talked about it, we actually had a conversation about trauma bonding. When you're talking to people,
yeah.
It's a mild form of PTSD, and it makes it like the minute somebody talks to you, most people deflect with humor. Sometimes dark humor, you know. But the people that we hang out with in general, when we're talking with, I don't think that'd be a problem in the group setting of the people that we all know.
Okay, let me rephrase.
You're talking about like if you had somebody come on for like a Russell Accord, or no, that wouldn't be right.
I wouldn't even have a problem with that. I think sometimes, because of the way I do my interviews, a lot of times I'm very serious.
Yeah. No, you have a switch on your interviews that you do a good job of being very serious when you need to be. And then when they lighten up,
Yeah.
you lighten up.
But I think a lot of people are used to when they listen to these encounter shows. You know, I love Sasquatch Chronicles, love it. But when you listen to that show, it's very serious. Like he'll crack a joke here and there, but the majority of his interview, it's serious. You know, there isn't that joking around, and a lot of the shows that I listen to is kind of that way. And I kind of wonder sometimes if maybe that is, and I'm not going to change it because this is me, you know.
I'm like, boo-hoo.
I'm just, sometimes it's in the back of my head that maybe I joke too much, but that's who I am.
Dude, if you joke too much, you want to be at 11K on TikTok. That is.
But that a lot of those followers came for the comedy though too. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you give a good, like you are not disrespectful when you do your interviews.
No.
You take it very seriously. Like I said, like I know how serious you're taking it based off your sound quality. You watch the video when you're on with, like I said, some of the best ones I think so far that I've heard from you is with Lodge Tales, because you let him just talk about what he's experienced, because he's experienced a ton of stuff. Like, and he's got his own Lodge Tale podcast, but you use humor at the right times. You use it when they need a break.
Yeah.
And I don't know. So far, I have not seen one of your interviews that when you made a joke that they didn't laugh. You have that knack, and that makes it easier because, like you said, we call it an interview. It's not really an interview.
It's a conversation.
You're having a conversation. You're getting them to tell you what happened. And there are sometimes maybe we need to change subject. Mm-hmm. Other times, like, wow, I probably just pissed myself. And
I did have to edit that one time because I realized, like, after I said it, I was like, that's like the third time I've said I'd poop myself. So I cut it out almost.
That's one of I said I was going to poop myself 2 times.
Yeah, it was like, that's becoming like shtick. I don't want my, to be like, I have this catchphrase, especially, I think I'd poop myself.
That's a fair statement. You may end up getting a shirt with that on there.
The first time I used the poop myself thing was with Rod from Lodge Tales. He was talking about this Bigfoot where this guy was reporting to him that he was looking at the belly button of a Bigfoot. And I was like, I'm just imagining, I'm 6'2". So if I look over and I'm looking at the belly button of this thing, it's at least 12 feet tall. And I'm like, the exact words were, I want to see one, but I don't know if I want to see one. I'd been doing the lives on TikTok, but actual podcast format. He was like maybe the third scheduled interview that I did.
Not realize that he was that early into.
And you'll notice my season 1's gone.
Yeah, I know.
And there's a reason for it. We've talked about the sound quality. When I first started, I was using TikTok as my recording platform, and all my episodes, right? But I have all this content from my lives.
Well, you can go back and re-edit the sounds on them.
I'm attempting that.
Because you've got all this free time.
That's my problem. Even now, you know, I like if I just my recorded interviews right now, we include this one, I'll probably get to August.
But there's like going to be at least 2. Yeah,
that's what I was going to say, because I'm pretty sure I'm to August just from my recorded interviews. If I start including my TikTok stuff,
from
my summer's done.
Wouldn't that be what you want?
It is, but I'd love doing the TikTok lives. I do.
You're getting ready to go into camping season,
Which I'm going to start doing my lives from beside the fire
on Saturdays.
It's going to vary.
Very depends on when you can get out.
It's like there's going to be some times where it's on Fridays, because a lot of times my wife works on Saturday, so she doesn't come out. So I'm just out there by myself. So why not set up the tripod and do it live on Friday? But I don't have as much control over the sound quality, you know.
Your OCD showing
a little bit, because when I listen to my recorded interviews, it's like, man, that is so much better.
Do you like your own voice?
My microphone?
Yeah. Just curious, because I listen to myself and I'm like, oh, that just doesn't sound right to me.
Well, I've got my you know, there's you know, I've got it pitched the way I want it.
Chum does the sound quality, make sure everything. Like, he does a pretty good job of trying to make sure, because like some of our friends, I've asked them you need to raise your volume up, because when I'm in my car and I'm driving, I have to max my volume out.
Mm-hmm.
Not only if you know, but those are things like that's something that I know Larry Chum makes sure that the audio is at a certain level. You definitely, like, I mean, out of all of us that we kind of hang out and have talked and collabed, your sound quality is, at least the newer stuff, because I didn't get a chance to listen. But
you will. There were so many good encounters that it's just looking back, it wasn't the quality that I want to hear from a podcast.
Quantity over quality in the beginning,
and I get that. You're not.
You're at the point that you know that quality's coming in, and you're like, yeah, right. I can do better than that.
Right.